Hi everyone. So as you can see by my title, I submitted Redbird the short to Cannes for the short film competition, but Cannes nonetheless. Gee, I hope I'm saying it right. I felt a lot of emotions doing this. It was not glamorous. Truth be told, I was so excited and I had wanted this for so long that I almost self-sabotaged. I got really sleepy and really tired when I was gonna submit. My hands were shaking and all the things that used to happen to me, like when it's almost like when you get an audition and like you can't like focus because it means so much to you, and it's hard to do. Like I don't know why, but like when you really want something, it's just harder to do. However, I did it. I sat down and I said to myself, focus, and I submitted to Cannes. And I felt so many things. I saw images of myself when I first started my film career, when I was like living in Koreatown, and I had just wrapped Cupcake, my first ever film, which I'm gonna link in my YouTube later on, if you haven't seen it. And I was just dreaming of Cupcake going to Cannes. I was dreaming of the projects I was in going to the Oscars. I was just like, I've always had such a vivid imagination. Like I just saw images of myself, and I used, like, I guess I am very emotional. Just these images bring tears to your face, because it's like I grew up watching like Léa Seydoux at Cannes receive the Palme d'Or. I grew up watching like Pedro Infante on the Mexican screens. I grew up watching like Marlon Brando. Like I grew up like really admiring actors and movies, and just like really like just being in love with cinema and film and television and actors and actresses and comedians. And it just meant so much to me that like I finally had a project that aligned with Khan's tone and that I was able to submit it. And not only that, it was like a project I acted in, a project I directed, and a project that my friends lovingly helped me shoot, edit, a project that the actress that was in it with me, like, and I was gonna have more actors in it, but the story boiled down to just me and one actress, like how she gave her time and how she gave her talent, and how this was like basically like a model from a top agency, and she still like gave her time, and like she was a trained professional actress, and she still showed up for me, like and like I know I'm also like an actress, but it's like it's just so beautiful when people show up for you. It's like it, like as they say, like it feels very real. It feels very loving. And that's what I felt throughout the process of doing Redbird the short. I felt very like supported. So I was so happy to be able to submit it to this great festival. And it was very like, it was very exciting because like obviously like I felt the thrill. I'm like, wow, what if it gets into the director's fortnight? What if we can all go, because you can't help but feel those emotions. But at the same time I had to pause and be like, well, what if it doesn't go in? And I had to feel the grief of that. But somehow like it wasn't grief, because I think the moment I clicked submit, something inside me like changed. I was like, wow, like even if it doesn't go anywhere, like I guess at least somebody's gonna see it, like a programmer, or I'm gonna meet a producer, or somebody will follow my work. Like whether it gets in or not, like to me it's like something changed in me, like a milestone changed in me. And yeah, like, and the same goes for like other festivals. Like, yeah, maybe they say that there are festivals out there that are not worth submitting for because they're of low prestige, or nobody really knows that about those festivals. But I don't think so. I think that wherever people get together to put together an organization or a website to like honor the work of other people, like I feel like that is already is like a place where where I would want to show my films. Like, I feel like that's a place where it's people who are talented and who are headed in different directions of life. Like, I feel like that's where they're gonna meet you. Like, that's where you can meet your friends. That's where you can meet your collaborators, maybe like even your spouse. Like, you know what I mean? Like I really am a believer in destiny, and I really am a believer in the fact that you should let your destiny come to you, you know? So who's to say? Like, you gotta go out there, you gotta have a life, you gotta be in shorts and films that maybe nobody's gonna watch. You gotta be putting your stuff in festivals that maybe nobody's gonna watch, but who cares? Like, because if you don't take that opportunity, if you don't take that leap, like then how is it gonna find you? Like, I don't think it's gonna find me here in my home. I mean, it could with my luck, but like, you know what I mean? It's like the chances get a little heightened when you go out into the world. And that's honestly what I felt. I felt like I was no longer at a disadvantage. I feel like as an actress, it's easy to feel like you are at a disadvantage, like you are at the mercy of gatekeepers, like you have the destiny that, like, your destiny is in someone else's hands. But as of late, especially with all the horrors that are happening in the world, as of late, that perspective changed for me, because I actually I was watching a YouTuber, and her name is Katie Clark, actually. I really like Katie Clark's YouTubes. They're very motivational. So I was listening to her when I was like, you know, doing some work on my computer. And she said that there was like this boxer from like a country, I think it was like from an African country. And he illegally left his country because they weren't allowed to leave. And then I think he went to like Ireland or something, because he wanted to be in close proximity to professional boxing competitions that could change things for him, because he knew he was a good boxer and he was training, and he said, well, I could box all I want in my country, but I'm not allowed to leave. So what good is it? So he left. And he lived for like a year on the streets in shelters, but he was still going to trainings, he was still going to boxing classes. And apparently that's how he found his manager, that's how he got his first fights, and that's how he won his fights. And he said something very important, that like he had a vision of himself like achieving this, and he knew that he was going to have that fighting shot of achieving his dream, where in the place where it could actually happen, which was, I believe it was Ireland or Leeds. It was somewhere in along those countries. And then that's what I was thinking. I was just like, wait, like why would I get discouraged? Like, I should be discouraged if I wasn't able to submit to festivals like Cannes. Like, if they said like, oh no, you can't submit because you're not the 1%. This is just for the 1%ers. Like, that would suck. But that's not the case, because guys, Cannes is free. I don't know if you guys know that. Cannes actually got so prestigious because it had really good intentions behind it. Cannes actually started because they wanted filmmakers that had less resources to be able to show their work. It was like a response against like the other European festivals. So then people caught on to that, and then they started like really being happy, because they were like, oh, we're gonna meet talent that we haven't met before. That's really good talent. So then I think that like grew year per year, and now Cannes is one of the most prestigious festivals in the world. And guess what? It's still free. Like, the best things in life are free sometimes. So I think same with Sundance. Robert Redford, like, I think that's why he started it. But yeah, some of the most prestigious things like start for free, just because there's people that are like, let's give other people a shot. Let's allow people who don't have tools to be seen. So yeah, I guess that's the power of being seen. But yeah, like, I was thinking, I was like, how am I at a disadvantage? Like, I literally, throughout this process of like submitting Redbird, making Redbird the short and submitting it, and now working on the feature, like, I've gotten rid of a lot of fear that like had been taught to me when I was just solely an actress, that like, oh, that my destiny was in the hands of like the gatekeepers, of like the producers with money, of like that my hands was in the that my life was in the hands of powerful men. Like I guess those fears kind of like crumbled away from me as I as I started like walking the path, and it's been really cool. It's almost like, I feel like it's almost like when you have a crush on someone and then they're like, I would never even consider going out with you, and like they say things like that, and then all of a sudden like a couple of years pass and then you get really hot, and like then they get fat or something, or then you're like, why did I even like this person? This person is a narcissist. You know, I feel like it's kind of like that. And then you're like, and then the girl is just like, why did I even like this loser? And then she just walks away and like finds someone better. Like, I feel like that's what's been happening to me as I've become like a filmmaker and an actress. But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey, but I mean, if I talk about it a little bit more on my Patreon. I have a lot of posts on my Patreon. But yeah, I just wanted to share this part of the journey with you guys. I don't want to ramble. I hope this video has given you value. But yeah, if you're out there and if you're acting and if you're not sure where to put this film in, or if you're just an actor or an actress, or you want to be an actor or an actress, and you feel like the story you're telling isn't that good, or that nobody's gonna see it, who cares? Just shoot it. Shoot it on your iPhone, because some of the best stories in the world, like, they started at, like, they just come from the most unexpected places. Sometimes like the best ideas like are not even planned. Like I said, sometimes the best things in life are free. So run with that. Okay guys, talk to you soon. Bye.